Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model. Today I'll be doing a review on a Gemini Jets Icelandair Boeing 757-200 featuring the blended winglets in the Vatnajökull / 80th anniversary livery scheme in a 1/200 scale model. This is my second Icelandair 757 model that I pre-ordered and purchased from Choice Toys, whose store is based out of Overland Park, Kansas, here in the United States of America, and his website address is www.choicetoysinc.com. But first, before I go into details about this particular model, allow me to share some information about how Icelandair came about as an airline and still operating strongly today, if you would please. As an airline, Icelandair traces its root back to 1937 when a fledgling airline, Flugfélag Akureyrar, was founded in Akureyri on the north coast of Iceland, and flight operations officially began in 1938 with a single float plane called the Waco YKS-7. Then fast forward to 1940 when the company moved its headquarters to the capital Reykjavik and changed its name to Flugfélag Islands, which then later on in February 1952 began to use the Icelandair branding for its international flights and assumed the international trade name until 1979, when the airline was renamed again to what has become known to the world as we all know today as Icelandair. Icelandair is the national flag carrier airline for the country of Iceland, whereas the headquarters of Icelandair is located on the grounds of Reykjavik Airport, which is located approximately 1.2 miles southwest of the city center of Reykjavik, Iceland, while the airline's main hub and base of operations is located on the grounds of Keflavik International Airport, which is located approximately 31 miles southwest of Reykjavik, Iceland. As of July 2018, or at the time of this video review posting, Icelandair flies from its primary country base in Iceland to 48 destinations in Europe and North America with an all-Boeing operating fleet of 36 aircraft that includes 28 Boeing 757s, in which 26 of those are the Boeing 757-200s, including this one, and the remaining 2 are the Boeing 757-300 variant with no unfulfilled orders pending on these aircraft types at the time of this video review posting. Also, as of July 2018, or at the time of this video review posting, Icelandair currently operates as a certified 3-star airline carrier, according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine, and the Boeing customer code for Icelandair on this particular aircraft is 08. All right, let's look at the front of the box you see here. We're going to start at the top part of the box where you see the Gemini engraved 200 decal right there. You see the Icelandair title along with the airline's logo, the computer-generated picture of the aircraft type, and then you see at the bottom of the box is the 1/200 scale die-cast aircraft model, as well as the item number information at the bottom of the box. Now you're looking at the back of the box where you see more Gemini Jets information, including their Facebook social media page information, as well as on the left side of the box, the lower part of the box, you see the Boeing official licensed product decal. Now you're looking at the top of the box where you see all the Gemini Jets information, including the warning information at the top of the box, as well as the bottom of the box where you see more Gemini Jets information. You can pause and read that if you like. But you see that flap there? I'm going to show you that flap. There's some information on that flap. I'm going to show you that momentarily. Now you're looking at the left side of the box where you see the Gemini 200 engraved gold decal, the 1/200 scale die-cast model information. On the right side of the left side of the box, you see the computer-generated picture of the aircraft type, and the item number. Now you're looking at the right side of the box, the same information on the left side of the box I showed you earlier on. All right. Now you're looking at the front of the box with the box laying down on the table, and as I mentioned, the flap. I'm going to let you see what's inside the box while I show you the information. Here it is. And that's what you see there. Get real close up there. You see the model, the gear replacement doors, as well as the model stand you see there. I'm going to take all that information out, and let you see it in its entirety. But before I take all that out, I'll let you see the information inside the flap box. Check it out. Now you're looking at the information that's on that flap that I raised up. You see there. See all the information about Icelandair, the aircraft type, and all the information about this particular aircraft. You can pause and read that if you like. Okay, I took all the packaging out of the packaging box I showed you earlier, and this is what you see here is partial plastic and partial foam. The top part is the partial plastic. I'm gonna take that off here. Let's see that. And what you see there is the model itself, the gear replacement doors in that plastic bag, as well as the model stand. I'm gonna show you all those individually, all right? Now you're looking at the metal model stand that was inside of the packaging that came with the model, and I took it out, and this is what it looks like. And then you see the that black padding area one. The purpose of that black padding on that model stand is to prevent your model from being damaged or scratched. And now you see the gear replacement doors inside this plastic bag featuring the two little toothpicks. Please stay tuned as I go into details for the purpose of these gear replacement doors for this particular model, all right? All right, with all that information out of the way about the history of Icelandair and how they came about and still flying strong today, all the details here on this box you see in front of you, plus the information on the flap, plus the information on the back of the box, plus the packaging, plus the metal model stand that came with the model, plus the plastic bag that features the gear replacement doors inside that plastic bag. With no further ado, everyone, here is the model out of the packaging box. Check it out. There it is, the Gemini Jets Icelandair Boeing 757-200 featuring the blended winglets and the Vatnajökull / 80th anniversary livery scheme in a 1/200 scale model. All right, before I go into details of this model, let me give you some information about this particular unique livery scheme. It's called the Vatnajökull 80th anniversary livery scheme display you see here on this aircraft. On May 15, 2017, Icelandair unveiled to the general public for the first time a Glacier-themed Boeing 757-200 aircraft, which bears the registration ship number TF-FIR, that was named Vatnajökull, which is named after the largest glacier in Europe, which is located in southeast Iceland, as this aircraft, was officially launched to commemorate the celebration of the airline's 80th anniversary in aviation, which actually began in 1937. The exterior of the aircraft was actually hand-painted and airbrushed by the same team of highly skilled and specialized airbrush artists, who was also responsible for hand-painting the Hekla Aurora plane in 2015. Also features the remarkable artwork of depicting the largest ice cap in Europe, which actually bears the total image of a glacier, as this aircraft was the only aircraft in the Icelandair fleet that was actually named after a glacier, whereas the entire painting process of painting the entire fuselage took approximately 24 days and 2,500 man-hours using 195 liters or 52 gallons of paint, as 12 different Pantone colors were eventually applied to the fuselage. The Vatnajökull aircraft became the second aircraft in the Icelandair fleet to fly with a specialized handcrafted livery scheme after the northern-themed Hekla Aurora, which was the first aircraft that was launched in February 2015, as Icelandair pays homage to one of Iceland's most famous landmarks, the Vatnajökull ice cap glacier. So, with that information out of the way about this nice looking livery here, so no further ado, let's get down to business and allow me to show you all the details on this aircraft. Shall we? Let's check it out. All right, we're going to start at the front of the aircraft here on the port/left side, where you see the nose gears right here, the nose gear struts, the nose gear landing lights right there, as well as the nose gear door featuring the partial registration ship number on the nose gear door, FIR. Then you see the ETOPS information. You see the pitot tubes and the static ports, what have you, the nose cone, the cockpit windows, as well as the windshield wipers. But underneath that name, underneath the cockpit window you see there, Vatnajökull. All right, that's the name of this aircraft. I'm going to tell you right now. This aircraft was originally given the name Askja until May 2017, and that's when Icelandair officially changed the name and gave this aircraft the name of one of Iceland's most famous landmarks that actually goes by the name of Vatnajökull. Vatnajökull is the name of the famous ice cap glacier, which is also known as the Water Glacier in English, which is considered the largest ice cap glacier in Europe, that's located in the southeast island section of Iceland, covering more than 9% of the country, as there are 6 active volcanoes that currently sits underneath this huge ice cap glacier, as the Vatnajökull ice cap glacier became a part of the Vatnajökull National Park on June 7, 2008. The name Vatnajökull is derived from the word Vatna, which means water, in Icelandic, which is also used as a reference to a lake, and Jökull, which is Icelandic for the word glacier, as this ice cap glacier can also be seen on the fuselage of this aircraft. You see all that right across that entire fuselage, all right? All right, we're still at the front of the aircraft where you see the Icelandair title right there across the front part of the fuselage. All right, we're at the center of the aircraft, right here by the L2 door, which is right here. You see the Wi-Fi on board decal, which is displayed right there. And this decal indicates that Wi-Fi is available for usage on board this aircraft, okay? And then you see the 80 years of aviation, 1937 to 2017 decal, which is displayed right there as well. This commemorative decal is a commemoration to Icelandair, which celebrated its 80th anniversary in 2017 as a pioneer airline in the world of aviation, as Icelandair traces its roots back to the creation of the fledgling airline Flugfélag Akureyrar that was founded in 1937. And after 8 decades of operating in service, the history of Icelandair continues to reflect the spirit of the Icelandic nation, its resourcefulness and innovation as the airline continues to bring Iceland to the world and the world to Iceland in the 21st century. Now you're looking at the front edge of the wing here, and you see the inboard landing light right there on the edge of the wing right here. All right, we're still on the port side of the aircraft at the center part of the fuselage, where you see the landing bogey gears here on the port side, the landing gear doors. But more importantly, you're looking at these yellow engines here, and these are the Rolls-Royce RB211-535E4 engines that are used on this particular Icelandair Boeing 757-200 aircraft. You also see the engine cone right there. Now I'm going to turn this aircraft model around, let you see the front of the engines, and the turbo fan blades do spin. Let's check it out. Now you look at the front of the engines here, and no engine strike. I'm gonna have to say I made a correction on my part. There's a correction. The turbo fan blades on this aircraft do not spin. I forgot most 757 engines do not spin. Please forgive me on that part. But at least you got the inboard landing lights right here, as well as the front view of the bogey landing gears here on the port side, the landing gear struts, as well as the landing gear doors. Now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the starboard side, and the turbo fan blades do not spin. I apologize for that part. But you see the inboard landing light here on the starboard side, as well as the front view of the landing bogey gears here on the starboard side, featuring the landing gear struts and the landing gear doors. Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft, where you got a better visual view of the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the nose cone, the nose gear doors. The nose gear landing lights are missing in there though, but it's all good. You see the landing gear struts, as well as the landing gears and the engines on both sides of the aircraft. So with that said, I'm going to take it back to the port side of the aircraft, because there's more information I'd like to share with you over there as well. Let's roll. All right. Now you're looking at this wingtip device, this wingtip device here on the port side, featuring the red navigation light next to that wingtip device. These wingtip devices are actually called blended winglets, and the purpose of these blended winglets is to increase total efficiency by reducing vortex interference with laminar airflow near the tip of the wings, which enhances the payload range performance, resulting in decreasing fuel consumption by 4 to 6%, as these blended winglets were actually created and designed in 2002 by Aviation partners Boeing, whose headquarters is located in Seattle, Washington. However, these blended winglets wasn't actually installed on this aircraft until March 2006. And now let's talk about the airline's logo on the blended wingtip device here, which is displayed right here. This is the current logo for Icelandair, which is actually called the Golden Wings logo, which combines the strong orange and yellow colors that reflect the key natural elements of Iceland, the volcanoes and the midnight sun, as the colors were graduated to create a three-dimensional effect of movement and energy, as the form of the symbol actually represents the wings of flight, which is an evolution of the original Icelandair logo. This logo can also be seen inside the blended winglet. Check it out. There, you also see my stopover deal there as well as on the tail fin of the aircraft. Check it out. There you have it. Alright, we're at the back of the aircraft here on the port side where you see the Icelandic flag decal, which is next to the registration ship number right there. And this flag decal represents the country where Icelandair currently operates from as the national flag carrier airline for the country of Iceland. And then next to the Icelandic flag decal is the registration ship number, TF-FIR, which is this deal right here. Registration ship number, TF-FIR. This is the 10th Icelandair Boeing 757-200 narrow-body jetliner that entered the airline's fleet. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on January 21st, 1994, and was first delivered to Iberia on July 27, 1994. Then was sold to Icelandair on July 12, 2002. Then was leased out to Aeromar Airlines on July 13, 2002. Then was leased back to Icelandair on February 5, 2003. Then was leased out to Aviation on October 5, 2003. Then was leased back to Icelandair on December 23, 2003. Then was leased out to Livery, Icelandic in August 2004, and was finally leased back to Icelandair in June 2005, as this aircraft was the only aircraft in the Icelandair fleet that was named after a glacier. Okay? Alright, looking at the back of the aircraft here where you see the tail fin of the aircraft, where you see the Icelandair logo, which is the golden wings logo. You also see the Icelandair titles on that midnight blue painted tail fin. Now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here, and you see the APU exhaust right here, and there is a hole right there. See there? And right there by the horizontal stable right there, that is a strobe light right there. Now you're looking at the Gemini Jets, Icelandair Boeing 757-200, featuring the blended winglets in the Vatnajökull / 80th anniversary livery scheme from the rear view angle. Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see the nose gear struts, as well as the nose gear door with the partial registration ship number on there, FIR, as well as the ETOPS information. You also see the pitot tubes and the static ports, the nose cone, the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the name of the aircraft, Vatnajökull, and the Icelandair title. And then right in there, right in here, that is the front cargo container, or the boat bin door. That's the front boat bin door. That's what that is, the front boat bin door. All right. All right, now you're looking at the center of the aircraft here. We see the nice little Vatnajökull Glacier in the background. And you see the 80 years of aviation, 1937 to 2017 decal, which is about right here. And then you see the inboard landing lights right there. And then you see the Rolls-Royce RB211 engines right here, as well as the landing bogey gears here on the starboard side, featuring the landing gear struts. Now you're looking at the blended winglet here on the starboard side, featuring the airline's logo. It's called the Golden Wings logo, featuring the green navigation light on the edge of the blended winglet wingtip device. Now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here on the starboard side. You see part of the Vatnajökull ice glacier right there, as well as the rear boat bin door right here. You see the Icelandic flag decal, the registration ship number, the airline's logo, as well as the Icelandair title on that midnight blue painted tail fin of the aircraft. All right. Now, before I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, allow me to show you one feature, which is the rolling gears. It rolls pretty good. All right, a little rough there. You hear a little squeak in there, but it's all good. It tilts. And the nose gear swivels as well. See there? Over this way, as well as back that way. All right? So, with that said, allow me to show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model. Let's check it out. Now you're looking at this aircraft from the aerial bird's eye view. We're going to start at the front. You see the nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows. You see the Icelandair titles on both sides, the anti-collision beacon light right there, another high frequency antenna there. You see the 80 years of aviation, 1937 to 2017 decal on both sides. You see the ADF antenna. You see the satellite communications antenna right there. And then you come up here, you see the tail, as well as the horizontal stabilizers there and there. Now you see the two little dots right there on the horizontal stabilizer right there, as well as over here. Those are the illuminator lights that light up this tail here when it flies during nighttime. Now let's check out the wings, everyone. See the wings there, you see the engines there, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. And then you see the winglet right there, featuring the airline's logo and the My Stopover decal. Same over here. See the walkway, the engines, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. And then you come here. See the airline's logo featuring the My Stopover on this side here as well. There you have it. Now you're looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model, where it's mostly dark blue here. See the nose cone, the closed nose gear door, the open nose gear door, the nose gear. You slide up this way. High frequency antenna, the Gemini Jets logo, the anti-collision beacon light, the hole where the stand goes in at. Then you slide down this way, another high frequency antenna there. APU housing doors, there's the horizontal stabilizers right there underneath. And then we're checking out the gears right here. Just over here. And the gears do tilt, impressive. You see the Rolls-Royce RB211 engines right there, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. There's the registration ship number on there, as well as the winglet here. And let's check out this side over here. The gears tilt over here as well. Okay. There's the Rolls-Royce RB211 engines here, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers right there. Fuel dumping valve over there somewhere. And then there's the winglet here on this side of the aircraft. Now, since I'll show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft in full detail, now I'm going to put on that nice little metal model stand that came with the model. So with no further ado, everyone, here is the model on the stand. Check it out. Okay, fine, got this model on the stand with no problem, no hesitation. As you see in this model being displayed in a takeoff landing position here on the port side with the model on the stand. Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft with the wings flexing a little bit, featuring the blended winglets with the model on the stand, all the gears intact. Now you're seeing this model being displayed in a takeoff landing position with the model on the stand here on the starboard side. And you're seeing this model being displayed from the tail cam angle with the model on the stand. Okay, before I conclude with this model review and take this model to stand, I got in this position for a reason, and the reason is I'm going to take off the retractable gear, starting with the nose gear right here first. There. The gears here on the port side. There. As well as the gears on the starboard side. There. Okay, since I got all these gears off the model, I'm going to let you see this model at a different angle in flight mode position without the gears. Check it out. Now you're seeing this model being displayed in flight mode position without the gears. You got one or two options how you want to display your model from this point on. If you want to display it like that, at that option, that's fine without the gears. Remember these gear replacement doors I showed you earlier on at the review? That's the purpose of the gear replacement doors, is to substitute your gears while you display your model in flight mode position like you see displayed there. Or you can do what I recommend, just keep the gears down there in a gear down position with the gears on there. Gears up, gear down, your choice. But I choose to leave mine on there because it adds more value to the model. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and put these gears back on this model, take this model to stand, and go ahead and wrap up this model review. All right? All right, now let's talk about the seating configuration. Iceland Air currently has two cabin configurated layout versions that they use on their Boeing 757-200s. However, on this particular Iceland Air Boeing 757-200, featuring the blended winglets, it seats 183 passengers in a three-class configured cabin layout. Here's the breakdown, everyone, from rows 1 to 6, which will be from here to about right here. You have 22 Saga business class seats in rows 7 to 14, which will be from here to about right here. You have an additional 41 economy comfort class seats in rows 15 to 34, which will be from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You have 120 economy class seats, which brings the total of 183 seats. And finally, as of July 2018, or at the time of this video review posting, Iceland Air currently utilizes their Boeing 757-200 aircraft en route from the airline's hub in Reykjavik, Iceland, to worldwide destinations which include Aberdeen, Amsterdam, Anchorage, Baltimore, Barcelona, Bergen, Norway, Billund, Denmark, Birmingham, Boston, Berlin Tegel, Brussels, Chicago O'Hare, Cleveland, Copenhagen, Denver, Detroit, Dublin, Ireland, Edmonton, Dusseldorf, Dallas-Fort Worth, Frankfurt, Geneva, Glasgow, Gothenburg, Halifax, Hamburg, Helsinki, Kansas City, Missouri, London Gatwick, London Heathrow, Lisbon, Portugal, Madrid, Manchester, Milan Malpensa, Malaga, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Montreal, Munich, Newark, New York JFK, Orlando, Oslo, Paris Charles de Gaulle, Paris Orly, Philadelphia, Portland, Oregon, Rotterdam, Seattle, St. Petersburg, Stavanger, Norway, Stockholm, Orlando, San Francisco, Tampa, Toronto, Trondheim, Vancouver, Washington Dulles, and Zurich. Well, everyone, this will conclude this model review. Sorry about the lengthy review. It's very lot of more detail on here. But I'd like to know if you got this model or you plan on getting it, if you can get your hands on, because our word has it, this model's becoming very hard to find, as well as the Heckler Aurora that came out earlier this year, okay? So with that said, please rate, subscribe, and leave me your comments and suggestions. If you got any questions concerning this model or any other model you might be concerned about. So with that said, take care, God bless, stay tuned. There's more model content coming. Peace.